Hello wrestling fans, Matty Hussey in ring at our new Mayhem Pro gym for New Wave. I'm joined in the ring by Tommy A. And Tommy, we have a massive main event tonight, a casino brawl, Barrnett versus Johari.
Massive main event. I am not a betting man, but if I had to put my money on anyone, it would be the Mayhem Maniacs here in Melbourne tonight.
We have one half of this contest backstage with Wylde. Let's head to her right now with Johari.
Wylde here for Mayhem Pro at our new headquarters in Melbourne for New Wave. And wow, tonight is an absolute first, a casino brawl, and one of the competitors in this match is here with me now. He is the sadistic spirit, Johari.
Here we are, Mayhem Pro, New Wave. Barrnett, Johari, face to face, eye to eye, man to man. And while it looks like we are in here alone, you bet your ass, Ben, I have my ancestors whispering in my ear. And I have something to tell you. You are not getting the roaring Tanifa, Johari, Barrnett in a casino brawl. You're getting the sadistic spirit.
Thank you, Zali, but we have a massive contest first up. We have a one-on-one contest between MJ Russo and... What? You have to be kidding me.
Is that not part of the show?
Did you know about this?
No way.
Wrestling fans, we know what this music means. We're about to be joined by the leader of the cycle, Jab. And Tommy, I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving this with you.
Welcome to Mayhem Pro, everyone! Do you all have a good Easter? You know who didn't have a good Easter? I didn't. I'll tell you why. Anniversary trauma is a real thing. And it sucked for me to have to stay at home and be reminded of the worst moment of my life while you all gorged on chocolate. But then I remembered something. My first life might have sucked, but this life is wonderful. And I am on top of the world right now. And any of you keeping up know why. Because the cycle is stronger than ever. Because I am squarely in the head of that eternal pain in the ass, Edward Dusk. In fact, later tonight, Ezekiel, in the middle of this ring, it will put an end to Edward Dusk. And then, later on, Isaiah is going to come into this ring and he is going to snap the J-stick in half when he picks JXT in the middle of this ring. Matter of fact, I feel good today. I feel so good that I'm willing to give you all something rare. I am throwing out an open challenge. This is a challenge to anybody out the back that feels like they want to make a name for themselves and dance with the way, the truth, and the light. But whoever you are, I warn you that unless your name is Jab, there is no coming back from the dead.
What's going on here? Is that a coffin? Oh my God! He has risen! That's the Jurassic Park! Syd Parker, and Jab looks like he has seen a ghost! We haven't seen Syd Parker in months, not since he was locked in the casket and taken away at bad to the bone. But he's back! Oh, the mist! The red mist from Syd Parker! Well, you just heard the bell. We have ourselves a match. Syd Parker lining up, the leader of the cycle, charges in, Claymore style kick into the corner. Jab can barely pull himself to his feet, his face covered in the red mist. What on earth does the Jurassic Punk have in mind here? The crowd are feeling it. Oh, by the hair! Oh my goodness! Jab driven straight into the mat. Syd rolls him over. Well, this is a match after all, and Syd Parker has just won it. The Jurassic Punk has been resurrected here in Mayhem Pro. The Mayhem Maniacs cannot believe their eyes, and quite frankly, neither can I. The Jurassic Punk, Syd Parker, making his mark. He has risen once again here in Mayhem Pro. And wrestling fans, this is just the beginning. Syd Parker standing tall over a fallen Jab. This is meant to be the third coming of Jab and the cycle. But right now, this is the resurrection of Syd Parker. Jab still can't believe what he is seeing. The Jurassic Punk is back. What an unexpected start to this show. A massive show we've got coming up. As I was starting to introduce in the ring with Tommy A, we have a huge one-on-one contest lined up. MJ Russo versus Bruno. We're going to cross backstage to Zali Gold to hear from MJ Russo. But first, here are some pre-recorded comments from Bruno.
Of life, it is all about the survival of the fittest. The battle to see who is on top of the food chain, and standing before you is the hungriest wrestler alive. You see, I've been put into so many positions where I've had to use my primal instincts just to survive. Unlike my opponent, MJ Russo. So if you don't have what it takes to be primal, then you will not survive the wrath of the Kodiak. And to anyone who wants to try and hunt me down, you will be put into a deep hibernation by the claws of Bruno.
Wow, strong words from the newcomer Bruno. MJ Russo, you're about to face him. Your thoughts?
My thoughts, Zali Gold, about Bruno. All I have to say is do not disappoint me, Bruno, because I am looking forward to this fight, and you better bring it to me.
Our next contest is scheduled for one more! Introducing first.
Thank you, Zali Gold. Strong words indeed from the Calamity, MJ Russo. I tell you what, he is an aggressive, ruthless bastard. For months, MJ Russo has been working his way with addiction through the entire Mayhem Pro locker room, and he is looking to welcome this brand new Relentless gym with a win tonight, but he has his hands full against a fantastic up-and-comer. Listen to the crowd cheering for the Kodiak. This is Bruno. Zali Gold, welcome back to ringside. You've seen what Bruno's had to say. You heard firsthand what MJ Russo had to say. What do you make of what we're about to see in this opening contest?
I think we're going to see a very intense clash. MJ Russo wants to climb the ladder, but Bruno was pretty intense as well, and he just wants to be accepted, and he came to wrestling because it's the only place he felt he belonged. He wants to be here, but so does MJ Russo. This is going to be very, very interesting.
We don't know much about Bruno, which means that neither does MJ Russo, and that's what makes this an exceptionally fascinating contest as the ring bell sounds ready to start this match. MJ Russo debuted in 2016. He has 10 years of experience on Bruno. But this is going to be one heck of a contest, and my goodness, the strength of Bruno pushing the Calamity back into the corner. And Bruno wants more.
Bruno wants more, and as I say, a relative newcomer here at Mayhem Pro, and it'll be interesting to see how he locks up and can he get the bear cave behind him, so to speak.
The crowd here at the Relentless gym are well and truly behind the Kodiak as MJ Russo lock up from behind. Beautiful reversal by Bruno there. Bruno is a very stout, strong-looking competitor, but look at that agility with a leapfrog, and now, oh, beautiful traditional suplex. Some classic chain wrestling style. Here's Ali Gold. We're seeing, oh, and a little bit of personality from the Kodiak.
Well, the Kodiak, yeah, he wants to fit in here, and he's got to have the wrestling skill, though, if he's going to do it. But we've seen the power, we've seen the agility. Let's see, though, if he can match someone with more experience like MJ Russo.
Big drop kick from the Kodiak, taking down the Calamity. And now a big flying shoulder tackle. The crowd are right behind the newcomer here. Big body slam up and down. MJ Russo is in all sorts right now. We last saw him in tag action at December to Remember, but he has no one to tag out to now. Right now, he is at the mercy of the Kodiak.
Wow, the power of Bruno, those slams, the punches, they seem way above average. I'm impressed.
And now a big bear hug from this big bear of a man driving MJ Russo into the corner. Well, when one is enough, go for another. I'm amazed, Zali Gold, just the sheer strength of Bruno, and his lower center of gravity doesn't do him any disservice when it comes to some agility and flying moves like that Enziguri.
Well, that's the thing. He's got the mix. He's got the blend, and now he just has to take it, put it all together. But I think he waited just a bit too long. Perhaps a bit of inexperience there with a crafty veteran like MJ Russo.
Missed with the flying senton as the crowd was right behind him, and now a double stomp from the top row. That will absolutely change the complexion of this match. Single leg hook only good for a 2 count by the Calamity. Referee Tom Collis on the tools in this match tonight as MJ Russo now raking the eyes. He's going to have to break this. Referee Tom Collis won't stand for it. MJ Russo now, Zali Gold, slowing down the pace of this match. Exactly what he wants to do when he's just trying to feel his own way through this newcomer in the Kodiak Bruno.
Well, this is the thing that a newcomer will have that, unexpected factor, even on someone with experience. What will he pull out of the bag? MJ might not know. But MJ now beginning to take control.
Oh, look out, a draping DDT by MJ Russo, leveling the Kodiak. MJ Russo, lateral press, single leg hook. The Kodiak kicking out at 2. He's got a lot more fire left in him, does Bruno.
Well, that's the thing. He's big, he's agile, but he's obviously got the stamina in there as well. I'm impressed by the newcomer and the showing that he's taking now, that those trapezius muscles being worked on by MJ, stretching them out. Ooh, that's got to hurt.
You've experienced these in training and in reps, Zali Gold. What exactly does this do to you in the course of a match?
Well, I mean, you're in the pain with everything being stretched out, but there's got to be some degree of perhaps the blood not circulating the way it is. That could limit your ability to think. But Bruno did the right thing. He got right back to his feet and eased the pressure, and now he's coming in with those, well, dare I say, big bear punches that only he can throw. I am very impressed by this showing by the young man, but there's that chicanery of MJ, Matty.
Sends him down, and now MJ Russo looking to head up to the high rent district here, perhaps. No, does it from the crowd, and oh my God, a beautiful twisting salt. And isn't he happy with himself? Taking that extra moment to go for the cover. Now he does, hooks the leg. The Kodiak kicking out at, 2 3/4. What's it going to take to put down this Kodiak bear?
I think, it could take a very big shotgun of some sort, because he is one he's got, we've seen agility, strength, but there's determination and heart in this big bear. And he's got the Mayhem Maniacs right behind him.
You are not kidding, Zali Gold. The whole entire crowd here at the new Relentless gym are up and about for the Kodiak, but it is all MJ Russo now as he gets in an Irish whip, sending the Kodiak opposite. No, oh my goodness, what great agility, flying back elbow from the second rope. I'm astonished by not only the strength and muscle power of Bruno, Zali Gold, but he is exceptionally agile.
Well, that's the thing. He seems to have a great amount of all-round skill, and I think with, as time goes on and he just sort of, fine-tunes everything, he's definitely a threat to watch here at Mayhem Pro, at Relentless, and the Victorian wrestling scene. But big blows by MJ Russo will slow anyone down. Oh, that's a bit contemptuous there by MJ, and Bruno not happy.
Oh my goodness, look at the fight, and a massive clothesline from the Kodiak, absolutely flattening MJ Russo. The straps are down, charging into the corner, and a big splash. The Kodiak splash, and 2 for good measure. Sends Russo into the ropes, misses with the clothesline attempt, and Luthez press takes him down. Listen to this crowd, Zali Gold. Bruno has got them in the palm of his hand.
Absolutely a big senton. Russo, how he is not crushed to paper thin is beyond me. And Bruno now looking like he's in charge. He's just got to keep on him. Don't take any time now, Bruno. Get in there and get beautiful cannonball or cannon bell, I don't know.
And goes to the cover lateral press.
Oh, kick out of 2 by MJ Russo. Possible newcomer error there, perhaps not hooking the leg, but the Kodiak is well and truly in charge of this match right now. And what on earth is he thinking?
He's looking up high.
I was saying about how he was agile early, but surely we're not going to see the Kodiak head to the top rope. Oh my God, we are. What on earth does the Kodiak Bruno have in mind here?
He's a high-rise bear, all right, and he's going up high indeed, but MJ Russo onto him and...
oh no, Bruno manages to cut him off. MJ Russo coming back for another and just shoved down by the Kodiak. Oh my God, Bruno was telling me about this backstage for the show. Is this going to be the drop bear? Oh, he's gone for it!
Oh!
No! The modified spiral tap, which Bruno calls the drop bear, but he did not hit pay dirt on that. And now a big kick by MJ Russo levels him.
Just took a bit too long, perhaps, and the tide has turned. And now MJ's going to have to show his power to get him up there, and he does.
Oh, what a massive suplex. Bruno is not a small man. Hooks the leg. MJ Russo with the brain buster, and that's it. A valiant effort by the Kodiak, but the veteran experience of MJ Russo was too much for him tonight here at New Wave. What a brain buster that was, an impressive showing of strength, Zali Gold, to get the Kodiak up in that position.
Well, that's the thing, Bruno, definitely not a small man. And look, whatever you might think about MJ Russo's attitude, his skill and his strength were there, and in the end, that skill and strength won out, and he's got the W, Matty.
As MJ Russo takes to the top rope, taking in the boos of the crowd here in Melbourne. We have on deck for you right now, Mayhem Maniacs, a huge tag team championship match. It was last month in Bacchus Marsh that we saw Cousin Ali and Pumpin Paul Fury earn the right to be #1 contenders to the physicals. And that match, Zali Gold, is up right now.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championships. Introducing first.
Well, here we go, Zali. You ready to pump it?
I'm ready to pump. I'm pumping hard.
There he is, Pumpin Paul Fury, Cousin Ali. The biggest tag team getting around Mayhem Pro, who earned this chance at our last show by overcoming the Wylde Stallions in a phenomenal match. Zali Gold, what a match of opposites we have got on deck tonight. The high-flying physicals and the heavy hitters of Pumpin Paul and Cousin Ali.
Well, absolutely. A team of contrast. Obviously, Ali, an absolute veteran in Australian wrestling, with Pumpin Paul, who's new, but he pumps.
We're getting quite a workout tonight, Zali Gold. We've gone from pumping it to now it's time to get physical. Here they are, Jimmy Castle and Johnny Jets, the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Champions.
Two-time champions, but when will that second reign end tonight? We'll find out very shortly. This is going to be such a great match, contrasting styles.
We last saw the tag team hardware defended at December to Remember. It was the Wylde Stallions who fell to the physicals. This is the first title defense for these two young men of 2026. And my goodness, Zali Gold, what a massive mountain or pair of mountains they've got to face.
Absolutely, the twin peaks, so to speak. This is what it's all about. The Tag Team Championships, one of the two championships here at Mayhem Pro. Ref Sam has the belts, makes sure that we know exactly what this is about. But wow, this is going to be interesting. I mean, there seemed to be goodwill between these two teams a few weeks ago. Will that hold during this contest?
All is fair in love and war, especially when the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championships are on the line as Pumpin Paul energizes the crowd. This is going to be quite interesting, Zali Gold, because we've got two teams of fan favourites here as we await the commencement of this match. It looks like Cousin Ali
and Jimmy Castle to start it off as we await the bell. And we are off. Goodness, what a sight this is. We've got Jimmy Castle. He clocks in at 6 foot, so he's not a short man by any sense, but Cousin Ali, big Cuz, well, he's clicking in at 150 kilos in the pre-match weigh-in tonight. It's going to have to take all the high flying and high pace of the physicals to overcome these two men.
Well, absolutely, the physicals are going to have to dance. They're going to have to move and shuck and jive. And
very quick exit there by Jimmy Castle. Johnny Jet's now going to come in and take a bit of a turn himself. Cousin Ali lining him up. I think it's going to be a pretty obvious strategy for Cousin Ali and Pumpin Paul Fury tonight. It's going to be all about the strength, as we see right there. Johnny Jet's just sent to the ground like he's a bug by Cousin Ali.
Well, this is the thing.
Oh, here we go. The crowd are up and about. Pumpin Paul getting in on the action now.
Time for Paul to pump. As you say, Jimmy Castle's not a short man, but he looks almost ant-sized compared to Ali or Paul, and put both of them together. Now, this is smart tactics here from the physicals. They're using their agility double teaming to really take the...
Oh, well, good luck.
They can't even get Paul over with the two of them.
Oh, my goodness. What fantastic acrobatics there by the physicals. And, oh, well, big tree fall hard. A bit of schoolyard tactics there to get the big man down. And that's exactly where the physicals want Pumpin Paul Fury to be. If Pumpin Paul Fury's back is to the mat, he isn't going to be doing any of his Fury drivers or his big spears. But, gosh, it's so quick that he can turn it around. He's so strong.
Oh, look at that. He just catches Jimmy Castle up high. But I think, there was a tag there. Look at that.
Oh, look out. Tornado DDT. What innovative offense there by Johnny Jets and Jimmy Castle. Low clothesline now taking down the big man. Goes to the pin, only good for a 2.
That was great work. Johnny Jets almost winding up Jimmy Castle there. Like an old-fashioned clock. If you've been born after about 1980, you might have to find out what that is. I don't know. Apparently they existed along with telegrams or something. But focusing back on the action, the thing is they've got the right thing, right? No matter how big you are, like Paul or Ali, if they're on the canvas, they're all the same size. And now Johnny Jets has been grounded by that huge splash from Pumpin Paul. Tags in the big cars.
That was 125 kilos worth of Pumpin Paul Fury coming crashing down on Johnny Jets right there. And now 150 kilos and a leg drop. Hooks the leg. Somehow Johnny Jets able to kick out. He must not have any air left in his system whatsoever after a big splash and a leg drop. Right now it is all about big cousin Pumpin Paul.
Yeah, well, the Jets, the cabin pressure fell in the Jets, so to speak, as in the meantime, Johnny Jets doesn't quite know where he is.
Oh, my
goodness.
Takes
a big header, sort of Ric Flair style, down to the canvas. And
look at Jimmy Castle, Zali Gold. He doesn't know what to make of this. This is an unusual situation for the physicals. We actually have a very light, heavyweight, high-flying tag team division here in Mayhem Pro. Cousin Ali and Pumpin Paul Fury are the outliers, so there's not actually a huge amount of in-ring time that the physicals have had with the likes of Pumpin Paul and Cousin Ali.
Well, absolutely. This is a new challenge for them, but can they rise to it? As I say, 2-time champions.
Oh my goodness, big Hurricane Rana. I've never seen Cousin Ali hit with a Hurricane Rana before. And now a big splash of his own, tagging in Johnny Jets. This is what the physicals need to do, Zali Gold. Quick tags in and out, because all it takes is one big splash, one big slam, and Cousin Ali and Pumpin Paul Fury have the match in their control.
Well, that is the thing. They've got to just keep it moving, keep the pace fast, and gas out if it's possible. Cousin Ali and or Pumpin Paul Fury, they've got the right approach to just keep it moving, and they're doing that right now. Now they're trying to double snap man, and yes, they get the big man over.
The physicals trying to get the crowd into this as well. They're going to need every bit of help they can get to overcome these giants, and a massive cross body taking down Cousin Ali. He's looking like he needs to get himself a tag now to Pumpin Paul. He knows it. He's holding the tag rope, ready to go. But look out. We're about to see some high flying from the fantastic Jimmy Castle. Massive cross body. Goes to the cover, hooks the leg, and Pumpin Paul saving the match, saving their chance at the tag team titles with only half a count up his sleeve.
Well, some amazing agility there from the big man, but a huge crossbody from one of the guys from Crossbody Crescent. This is an amazing match, just absolutely indicative of the talent here at Mayhem Pro. The skill and the contrasting styles, absolutely amazing. I don't know what it's going to take, actually, to break this one open and find a winner. Maybe this could be it. Ali putting the strength in, with a big bear hug. You can see him putting every ounce into it. That's sensible. Get them down, get them on the floor, stop them flying. Castle looks like he could be fading here. Referee checking, Matty.
Oh, we're going to get 3 arm drops here. If we do, this match is over. And Johnny Jets rather looking on helplessly, but oh, look out! Where on earth is Jimmy Castle getting this from? He's somehow able to start willing himself to his feet. And oh, now a big elbow into the back of the neck there of Cousin Ali. Is this going to be enough for him to get to his corner, to his tag team partner? And oh, once again, with a Hurricane Runner, and it takes him in to Pumpin Paul, who's now the legal man in this match. Sally Gold, that was a blind tag right there. But a big flying forearm. Is this the opportunity that Jimmy Castle needs to tag in Johnny Jets?
He desperately needs to. I think Castle's tank must be running low.
That's it. He's got the tag.
He's got the tag to Johnny Jets. But what have these two got in mind? They're shooting up the band. They want to get it in harmony.
Super kick party about to come into play right here in Melbourne at the brand new Relentless gym. If the boys are able to hit this, it is over, but I think we just saw a tag from Cousin Ali. The physicals are none the wiser. They've hit their super kicks, but no, there's no cover to be made. Cousin Ali is the legal man, and now he's taking advantage.
Big blows from Cousin Ali, as you'd expect. Those huge forearms look like tree trunks, hitting twigs. And Jimmy Castle rocked by those. Ali, what's he got lined up now? No, misses with the big splash.
But there goes Johnny Jets now to ringside. Cousin Ali taking him out. And now it is just Jimmy Castle by himself once again going for a Hurricane Runner. But look at the strength of Big Cuz. What goes up must come down, and a sit-out powerbomb. And here's Pumpin Paul now. Are we going to see the Fury driver? We are. Drops him. Cousin Ali going for the pin. New champions. Oh, my God. Johnny Jets can't believe it. Jimmy Castle doesn't even know what's going on. But looks do not deceive us. We have brand new tag team champions, and it is Cousin Ali and Pumpin Paul Fury. And don't the crowd here in Melbourne love it, Zali?
They do indeed. The power won through in the end, Matty. And a great showing by the physicals. Two amazing an amazing team, but their second reign has come to an end at the hands of these two big men. Hang on a second, Matty. What's going to happen?
The physicals making their way back into the ring, and what a tense stare down this is. Oh. The two-time champions. No, wait, raising the arms of the new champions. What a wonderful show of sportsmanship.
What a competition, indicative of the competition and the standard of it here at Mayhem Pro, and the quality of how it happens. That is just brilliant. What a moment here in Mayhem Pro history. And now it's the big men climbing the ropes. Well, I hope we've got those ropes reinforced.
And I tell you what a mountain this now gives other tag team contenders here in Mayhem Pro to climb. What a massive tag team. What massive champions. But Zali, it doesn't stop now. We've got ourselves on deck a massive grudge matchup. Edward Dusk and the big man of the cycle, Ezekiel. And Zali, these two have been circling each other for months now. Tonight, we see it come to a head. The Paragon taking on the 7-foot giant of the cycle.
Our following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Seven foot, 105 kilos. He's a 3-year veteran of the business, and there are a few more intimidating in-ring competitors than this man, the big man of the cycle, Ezekiel.
He is huge there is every certainty about that. You know, or you just got to look at it. You've got to sort of see, look at him. He's just climbing over that top rope as if it isn't even there.
An unusual scene here, Zali Gold. It's not often we see members of the cycle riding solo, but we saw Jab solo earlier, and now we're seeing Ezekiel by himself in the ring.
And his opponent.
I've got a feeling it's our colleague Tommy A who might get the jacket in the face tonight. We're happily sheltered down the back here at the new Relentless Gym. Matty, we're spared the BO.
I am very, very happy with this outcome. You can't get us, Ezekiel. You're going to have to put all of your attention on this man, one of the biggest stars, and might I add, one of the most dangerous competitors in all of Australian wrestling, the eternal Edward Dusk.
Well, your assessment of Edward Dusk is right on the bullseye there, Matty. One of the biggest competitors in Australian wrestling. And, you know, well, apart from one situation where there was interference and distraction, pretty much a clean sheet since he joined the ranks of Mayhem Pro.
But Edward Dusk is a man who was undefeated in Mayhem Pro until we found ourselves in Kodiak, where it was the cycle and jab that cost him his first defeat here in Mayhem Pro. And here we go, here's the bell, and straight into it, my goodness. Massive, massive right hands there, and big flying forearms now flying from Edward Dusk. Oh my goodness, I think this is a good strategy by Edward Dusk. The quicker that he can get this match over, the better, because Ezekiel is tall, he is strong, he is agile, he's arguably a prototype competitor, and as good as Edward Dusk is, there's only so much you can do when you're up against a 7-foot giant.
That's the thing. Ezekiel is tall, strong, well, and also remarkably agile, but huge stamina, huge sporting background.
God, look at
sorts.
these chops, though, and now look at the speed of Edward Dusk as he goes flying off the ropes, and a modified claymore of sorts there, leveling the giant, and already we're less than a minute into this match, and Edward Dusk has managed to get the giant on his back.
Well, that's the thing. You again, you get them on the canvas. They're the same size. Then you can work on them. Then you can just grind them down. And the thing is, even though Ezekiel was back up, good tactics by Dusk. Stay on him, keep grinding him down. But
oh my goodness, turning Edward Dusk inside out. Ezekiel quickly finds himself back in control of this match. And now he's looking like a lion stalking his prey. And a big kick and sending the Paragon to the outside. Just like that, the whole complexion of this match has changed, Zali.
Well, that's the thing, Matty. The power of Ezekiel, he's in that frame. It's not just height. There is definitely power. He uses it to his advantage. And the thing is, Edward Dusk is going to have to be right on top of his game to try to find a way to combat that and counter it. Hang on a second.
Oh my goodness, that sounded like a gun going off here in the Relentless Gym. What an absolutely wicked chop. Ezekiel giving Edward Dusk a bit of his taste of his own medicine there, Zali Gold. It's often Edward Dusk who we see administering those lethal chops. But Ezekiel, God, he's got it locked and loaded as well.
Well, locked and loaded gun. You've got it. That just echoed like the proverbial bullet or firecracker or whatever. And now Dusk trapped in the corner, and those huge long limbs of Ezekiel doing what they have to do. And, I don't know, Edward Dusk has got to come up with something here to turn this match around and probably do it very fast, or it could be all over Red Rover.
I was wondering what we were going to see coming into this match, because it is not every day we see Ezekiel in singles action. He is an absolutely astute tag team competitor, but we haven't seen Ezekiel one-on-one in a Mayhem Pro ring in months, Zali Gold. And right now he's well and truly holding his own against a national elite level superstar in Edward Dusk.
Well, holding his own, he's probably putting it mildly. He's dominating, as you might expect.
Oh, and now a massive chop from Edward Dusk after the failed Snake Eyes attempt there by Ezekiel, but he just levels him. Oh, I think he might have done the wrong thing. That's just got Edward Dusk absolutely revved up. Discus punch
My goodness, how is Ezekiel still on his feet? Let alone giving a chop in return, and Dusk taking it to the mat.
Wow, I mean, this is just power and intensity versus power and intensity, and it just keeps ramping up. It's
another big pump kick from the big man. You made mention of those long limbs of Ezekiel before, Zali Gold. He has such a reach advantage over Edward Dusk, which is probably more of an advantage than his height or his weight, as a 2 count only good there for Ezekiel. But you've got to wonder, Zali Gold, is this match going to be over sooner rather than later? Because right now it is all about the big man.
Well, that's the thing, and I mean, it takes a lot to get Edward Dusk down. But one of the things that struck me is normally Dusk seems very cool, calm in that intensity. It seemed to flare up there. I wonder if Ezekiel has just hit a button as well psychologically, as well as kicking him physically like that.
Well, you and I know we have been to many a wrestling show in Australia, Zali Gold, and we just know the depths. Oh, join the cycle, the crowd having none of that. We know the absolute depths of depravity and violence that Edward Dusk can get to. We actually haven't seen that here in Mayhem Pro just yet. It's only a matter of time, though. Maybe it's going to be tonight. Maybe Ezekiel will light that flame under Edward Dusk, and we'll see what we're used to seeing in other federations from the Eternal.
This could be the thing, but whatever he's going to do, he's going to have to do it fast. Now he's been picked up like a
big
ragdoll with
slam.
as you say, sidewalk slam. This could be it.
Goes to the cover lateral press. Dusk kicking out at 2. That's a good, nearly 6-foot drop there with a sidewalk slam. That is just the sheer height of the 7-foot giant Ezekiel. Edward Dusk struggling to get himself back to his feet, being pulled up now by Ezekiel. What are we about to see here? The goozle. Are we about to see the choke slam from the big man? No, Dusk breaks it. Kick to the midsection. Dusk frantically trying to regain control of this match. This might be his last opportunity. Oh my goodness. Massive kick to the midsection. All the air taken out of Dusk. And once again, Ezekiel back in control.
Well, it's those long limbs. I mean, Dusk can't get in close to throw the blows, those big chops that he's used to, because Ezekiel, I mean, he's just, almost has to barely lift a foot, and he's knocked Dusk down.
There aren't many men in Australian wrestling as big as Ezekiel is, but not only that, he has the speed and the agility as well as the strength and the tallness. And Edward Dusk is just fighting with all he's got. Just errant kicks, big blows to the head. He's just trying to chop this big tree down. And now he's about to go for an Irish rip. No, goes for a chop.
And that has at least for a second slowed down Ezekiel and knocked the wind out of him. And Dusk needs desperately to now mount a series of offensive moves and get that guile and that intensity, that coldness, if you like, back in charge. But hang on, chokeslam time.
No, Edward Dusk reverses it with a headbutt. For the second time, he escapes it. Oh my goodness! Look at the strength of Edward Dusk. Ramming him into the corner. Oh my God, Ezekiel fell right on his head. Jesus Christ.
Wow, both men looking much the worse for wear after that. This is looking like a critical point in this match now. Matty and, so that we see Dusk trying to rev himself up, trying to connect to the energy of the Mayhem Maniacs. He needs every ounce of energy he can get against this big man who is one of the stiffest tests he's faced and one of the stiffest tests in Australian wrestling. And I just think that, Dusk has got to pull something out of his bag of experience. That could be the X factor, is the experience that he has compared to Ezekiel.
I have no idea how Ezekiel was able to get back to his feet after falling straight on his head like that, but he is up and looking as good as ever. Edward Dusk daring him. And oh my God, look at Edward Dusk right now. He just fell like a rag doll to the mat, and he's back up asking for more. And once again, railed and sent down by the big man. But once again, Edward Dusk back to his feet. This is what the Eternal thrives on. I'd be concerned if I was Ezekiel. Oh my God, a slap.
Wow, there we go. Maybe this is this fire coming out that Ezekiel has got to come. And he's calling for more. That Dusk, calling for more from Ezekiel.
Oh, sends him into the ropes. And oh my goodness, look at the massive German suplex on Ezekiel by Edward Dusk. Impaler DDT drops him. Shades of Gangrel. Let's not forget Edward Dusk, a former OPW Tag Team Champion with the WWE legend Gangrel. But Ezekiel managed to get back to his feet. Spear! Edward Dusk throwing everything out in this match, and Ezekiel kicks out at 2. This is unbelievable, Zali.
Well, that spear just was right on the button, and almost not. It seemed like it cut Ezekiel in half, but he kicked out. And I mean, this is just an amazing test for Dusk, who now looks absolutely almost infuriated. It looks like he's lining up for the pile driver, Matty.
He can't get the big man up, though. What an impressive show this would be if he could get Ezekiel up. We might be trying to see perhaps the wicked end there, but that would be an astonishing feat if he was able to get the 7-foot giant up for a wicked end. And wait a minute, Goozle! Now we're going to see the choke slam. Edward Dusk not able to get out of it. Ezekiel going for the cover, lateral press. Oh, and Dusk kicks out at 2.5. Where did he get that from?
Well, he must have been right at the bottom of the tank.
Oh my God, putting his hands on the referee, his hands around the neck. Appalling scenes here in Melbourne. You never put your hands on a Mayhem Pro official. And now, hands around the neck, choking Edward Dusk. Ezekiel has absolutely lost it here. Oh my God, now laying in to Edward Dusk with vicious forearms. Referee Tom slowly making his way back to his feet.
Ezekiel has something in mind here. He may be looking for another choke slam. Well, I mean, he nearly put him through the ring last time, and I mean, he's going to have to dig deep for every last ounce of power if he thinks this is going to finish Dusk. But Dusk seems to be blocking it.
Blocks it once again. Schoolboy rolls up. Oh, that's it. Edward Dusk steals it. That's the veteran instinct of Edward Dusk. He saw his opportunity, Zali Gold, and he took it.
Well, in the end, it was that experience, that well-travelled guile, and maybe it was the fact that he has teamed with a WWE legend like Gangrel. Maybe he picked up some tricks from Gangrel, who always had some, and that's what did it in the end, Matty. But I will say one thing, what a match.
Like him or loathe him, and we can both say we loathe Ezekiel. We have to give him his props here. That was an outstanding showing from the Giant against an absolute heavyweight of the Australian wrestling scene, as Ezekiel taking a powder and making his way to the locker room. I can't help but wonder if even a skerrick of respect has been earned. Edward Dusk watching Ezekiel like a hawk as he makes his way to the locker room. Absolute intense moment. Ezekiel and Edward Dusk having very terse words here. Somehow, Zali, I don't think this is going to be the last time we see these two competitors intersect here in Mayhem Pro. But talking about competitors intersecting, Zali Gold, it was astonishing scenes at the end of Full Send last month in Bacchus Marsh. I still can't believe it. Fox taking out Erika Reid. They have been almost inseparable for many years here in Mayhem Pro, and coming up next we're going to hear from Erika Reid, and I tell you what, Zali, I have no idea what to expect, but I cannot wait to hear just what Erika Reid has to say.
Well, absolutely, I was in shock at the end of Full Send. I could not believe it. Sorry if I lost composure, Mayhem Maniacs.
Because I do not blame you one iota, Zali Gold.
Because as you said, they were just like, sort of the proverbial Vegemites at peanut butter. But now we're going to find out what's going on. Let's get back up for some introductions to find it all out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the matriarch of Mayhem, the two-time middleweight Erika
The crowd waiting with bated breath for the arrival of the matriarch of Mayhem. Here she is, Erika Reid, our former Mayhem Pro Internet Champion. And Zali Gold, might I point out, Erika suffered a minor injury last week in the ring. She may be in a sling, but this is not a long-term injury. She expects only to be in the sling for another week or so, so no need to fear Mayhem Maniacs, but more importantly than her physical state, I am keen to understand what her mental state is. I can't imagine what it would be like to have someone who, well, someone who you're so close to as Erika was with Fox, and, well, we're about to find out.
All right, everyone. Love you, Erika. I love you too. Oh, thank you. I love you guys. We need to talk. Last show, Fox took it upon him after my match with Lockie Hendricks to tombstone me and drop me on my head. Yeah, good mates, huh? I've been trying to talk to him. He's ducking and dodging and weaving all my calls. So I ain't gonna beat around the bush. Fox, come at it now. Let's have a damn yarn, yeah? Let's go!
Erika drawing the line in the sand, and Fox very quickly reciprocating. This is a powder keg waiting to explode, Zali Gold.
I know, very short fuse as well. I just can't. I'm still struggling to understand what happened. Erika can't either. Maybe we'll get some ideas from Fox right now.
Here he comes. What have you got to say for yourself, Fox? Why did you turn on Erika Reid, arguably your best friend in this business for years and years and years? I don't know how he can possibly justify it, but look at this, Zali Gold. Mind games at play. Erika Reid holding the ropes. Fox choosing not to accept.
It worked. I finally got your attention. Look at me! You are the best wrestler in this country today. Don't clap! Former internet champion, former OPW women's champion, former MCW women's champion. You were in the first class of Lodestone Women trained by Bailey, by John Cena, by Charlotte Flair. You've done a lot, Erika. A lot that you should be proud of. However, you've let it get to your head. Listen! Is it bullshit? Huh? It's bullshit, huh? Well, then explain the fact that since you've let it get to your head, remember I said former MCW Women's Champion, former OPW Women's Champion, and former Mayhem Pro Internet Champion. You see, me and you are very alike, Erika Reid, because we do our best work when suffering. Your partner, your little brother, he abandoned you. Jab had to get inside your head for you to bring that thing out that made you what they think you are. But since you've let it get in your head and let all these people fuel that flame, you've been nothing but a disappointment. A disappointment to this company, to yourself, and most importantly, to me. So, Erika, you have two options. One, you can prove me wrong. Shut your face. Or two,
you and Mayhem. But I think, actually, I know my greatest success is gonna make you bleed. And Mayhem Mania, it's gonna be you and me with no rules. Cause I know you and you know me, and we don't do well with rules. No hold barred. You and me, Mayhem Mania.
No holds barred. You're wrong.
My goodness, Sally Gold. No holds barred at Mayhem Mania.
Play my music.
Whoa. That is going to be one intense physical contest, but I think the psychological war has definitely already started right here and right now.
The Mayhem Maniacs cheering for Erika Reid, but I don't think they realise just what we're going to be in for. In Bacchus Marsh at Mayhem Mania, Erika Reid, Fox, no holds barred.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your special guest commentator for the next competition. He is the Mayhem Pro.
Wait, what?
What?
Champion, the Aspiration.
Oh, no. We were told about this. Guest commentator.
Well, I was just beginning to think we'd have a great night. You know, Mitch Waterman's not here, Jab's disappeared.
And now we have our presence graced by the aspirationalist Lockie Hendricks. And, well, evidently, Sally Gold, in moments, we're going to be joined on commentary by the champion. I tell you what, I know I've got a question or two I'd like to ask the aspirationalist, and we're going to get our opportunity.
Well, not too far away. Always getting, what is it? An uproarious greeting here, I think is how it's said. But you define that word any way you want.
As the aspirationalist makes his way around the ring, holding what he covets so dearly, the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. And it was all the way back at the 2024 Relentless Rumble, where Lockie Hendricks won the match and declared that it was a foregone conclusion. It took him 12 months to do so, but at Relentless Rumble 2025, he defeated Erika Reid to win that Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. And, well, it looks like he's coming out here to get the prime position. Oh, what is this? Oh, my goodness. Getting carried. What does he think? He's Caesar or something like that. Unbelievable.
Well, case of et tu, Brute, if you want to be classy about it. But,
oh, my God. I have no words. I have no words for this. Yes, hello. Hello, Mr. Hendricks.
yes, the champ is here.
The Mayhem Pro Internet Champion, Lockie Hendricks, now joining us at the announce desk. Getting himself prime position to scout his challenges.
The following contest is the Mayhem Mosh Pit match to decide the new #1 contender for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship.
Well, Mr. Hendricks, welcome. A somewhat of a surprise, if you will. What are you doing out here? You're scouting a competition, are you?
Well, I am looking to see who I face on May 9th at the Kodiak RSL. 6 people are going for the most prestigious prize in all of Mayhem Pro. And the result, just like the foregone conclusion, is going to stay the same. I will remain the Mayhem Pro Internet Champion.
Well, shotgun Matt Farro finding himself in the ring now, one of the hot up-and-comers here in Mayhem Pro. But he has got 5 opponents he needs to get through. I couldn't pick a winner in this match. I don't know how you intend to, Lockie.
Well, firstly, I thought guns were illegal in Australia, so I hope he has a permit.
Well, we're going from guns to axes. Here's Wildfire, Blake Malike, brandishing that electric guitar as he always does.
You've got to be impressed with his guitar playing ability, Lockie.
Personally, I was always a fan of the acoustic guitar.
Oh, of course.
Look at this. Look at this showmanship. You know, I've never enjoyed being on commentary. I feel like I have to be. I feel like I have to be affable. But look at this. What are we doing here?
Oh, well, we're happy to have you here as well, Lockie. As Blake Malike continues to perform for the Mayhem Maniacs here in Melbourne, Lockie, it was in 2024 that you declared the foregone conclusion. It took you a full 12 months to see that through. What does the next 12 months, this 2026, hold for you in your mind with the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship?
I am going to be the best champion. That is why I'm out here. I'm about to wrestle one of these 6 men. And that is a fighting champion. Say whatever you want about me, but no one can disregard that I am a fighting champion, that I am the best champion.
Well, I hope you're ready to rock and roll, because here is the Black Hole Sun, TJ Wylde, the tag team specialist, looking to make his mark in singles competition.
I was always more a jazz fan, Matty.
Oh my God. Is it going to be like this all night, Lockie?
Are you going to be like this all night, Matty? Are you going to be like this all night,
look,
Sally?
You said you could say anything you want about you. So can I say, why are you so beset with modesty?
Oh, is that word of the day toilet paper, Sally? Very good word. I'm quite impressed. I just feel that with this talent, look at them all. They're focusing all on each other. You know what they should be focusing on is this, the Mayhem Pro Internet Champion. I'm a world-class athlete. They should be focusing on me here.
I think all of the competitors in this match are going to be dead focused, not only on their competitors tonight, Lockie Hendricks, but on you, because whether we like it or not, you hold the most coveted piece of hardware in all of Mayhem Pro, and that's why we've got 6 fantastic competitors all lining up for the opportunity to face you, including this man, the master of the Cava rack. Here he is, absolute excellence, Anth, Cava.
I do know Anth Cava. I unfortunately know Anth Cava too well. Also the star of reward making, achievement after achievement percent. Academy Award nominated almost.
What a specimen, absolute excellence Anth Cava is. Zali Gold, you'd have to agree, Anth Cava would have to be one of, if not the favourite in this whole matchup tonight.
Did you hear him, Zali? He was talking to you. He asked, did you think that Anth Cava's going to win the championship tonight? I take your silence as that he's not, because no one is going to win that championship.
Look, I was contemplating it because, I mean, this man who is, so popular here at Mayhem Pro, something which I'm not quite sure you can lay claim to, could win the match.
Excuse me? How dare you insult your champion? I understand that you like the Musketeer, but how dare you show bias when you're meant to be a professional?
I said he was popular. I didn't say anything about your ability or your championship reign at all.
As we await the ringing of the bell to start this Mayhem Mosh Pit match, it is only a matter of time before we know who our new #1 contender is, and goodness, it's breaking down straight away. Anth Cava working over TJ Wylde in the corner, the Musketeer, and Blake Malike going one-on-one, and Shotgun Matt Farro making his mark on Matty Hain. It is hard to pick who could be a winner in this match, but Zali Gold, we talk about people having history. Let's not forget, the Musketeer is the only person to have broken out of the Cava lock.
Well, he did that indeed, and since then, Anth Cava, though, has been racking up the victories. 2 big slams coming up.
In stereo.
Stereo? I mean, you like music, Lockie. Do you think you could do things in
personally
stereo?
like vinyl players, but that's just me. Look at the Anth, Cava and Musketeer working together here. How's that going to fare, though? Because there can only be one winner in this match. Every man for himself.
Dropping the double elbow is the Musketeer and Anth Cava. A pretty unlikely duo, if you will, but I think we're about to see them now go one-on-one. Here we go. The Musketeer lining up for fisticuffs with Matt Farro out of nowhere, sending absolute excellence into the Musketeer, and just, and a massive clothesline by Shotgun Matt Farro. He had an outstanding outing last month in Bacchus Marsh, and he's looking to back it up, and my goodness, what condition Shotgun Matt Farro is in. Look at that body.
He does look... but what does that body do?
Well, he ducks a clothesline attempt, and a massive enziguri kick. Here comes the Hain, here comes the pain for Matty Hain, as Shotgun Matt Farro, no wasted motion, sending TJ Wylde into the corner, and a big power slam. No attempt to pin, though, straight into a monkey flip, and using Matty Hain as a weapon. The Black Hole Sun has copied all, and now a standing moonsault, rather.
I rarely say this, but I'm lost for words after that. But the sling blade from Blake Malike. Look at me be a play-by-play guy. Look at this.
Well, look, I'll say that I'm impressed, and I don't impress easy. But
another sling blade now.
Thank you, Sally. Is it Sally or Zali? I always get a little... Zali, okay.
I don't know who Sally is.
Gold class all the way here, Lockie Hendricks. No idea what you're talking about, but we know what Anth Cava is talking about. He wants to get Wildfire Blake Malike into the rack, and he does!
No.
Oh, Blake Malike using his height and his length to his advantage, but now falling to the floor, following that forearm from Anth Cava, and now a forearm from TJ Wylde. It's hard to keep up with all this action.
Atomic drop by the Musketeer.
Hey, don't do too good of a job here, Lockie. You'll have me out of a job. You're already the champion. Can't you be satisfied with that?
I've got more than enough with the championship.
But look out, Shotgun Matt Farro lining up the Musketeer. Discus forearm, my goodness. You can hear the impact from here, and we're a fair way away from the ring. But look out, here comes Matty Hain, a massive clothesline, leveling Shotgun Matt Farro. Last man standing in the ring is Matty Hain.
I have this feeling they're trying to impress the champion right before their contest with me.
Well, give us a serious answer here then, Lockie Hendricks. Who or what is impressing you so far out of these contenders? You've got 6 of them lining up all for you.
I'm impressed by the talent that Mayhem or Relentless has provided. All kidding aside, all jokes aside, Relentless provides professional wrestling in this country with tremendous talent, and this we're about to be proving it now as Matty Hain is going up to the top.
He's got up to the top rope, balancing. Loses
and
his
that's
footing.
the risk. That's the risk by going with that.
There he is, a big splash. Big splash by Matty Hain from the top rope. All 6 men are laid out at ringside.
But that would be a mistake that he would make against me, Matty. Because see how when he did it and all that, they're still brawling on the outside. I would be looking at that. I'd be seeing a mistake was made, and I would capitalize on it.
Well, that does present a lot of intrigue because you are a very cerebral, deliberate competitor who likes to set your own pace. That is in stark contrast to all competitors in this match. That surely must give you some room for concern with such a mismatch you'd be facing against whoever the #1 contender becomes.
Well, the thing is, Lockie, they're all impressive, and they're proving that right now. I mean, if you had to pick one out, pick one, would you
I think I'm going to pick Anth Cava. Look, Anth Cava has the middle of the ring, but I know how to counter the rack. That's a very big skill that
Matt Farro needs some advice from you right now because he's stuck in the rack, but a massive headbutt there from TJ Wylde, but now Matty Hain in for one of the signature
I think my pick
suplexes.
changes. I think Matty Hain's going to win it now.
But look out, here comes the Musketeer, and there's the Lady de Winter.
The Musketeer's going to win it now.
Wait a minute, 2 pins here. Wait a minute.
Whoa,
hold on.
What?
Well, referee Sabri for
Only one can win. Only one can win. What are we doing?
What on earth has just happened? We've had
this is madness.
The Musketeer and Blake Malike. Well, both
Charlie,
what's going
on? What's going on?
At the same time.
Referee Sam, maybe you will give us some explanation.
Well, Blake Malike.
Well, Blake Malike. It's me versus Blake.
Wait a minute. Referee Sam declaring both the winner.
The Musketeer and Blake Malike.
Wait reminder, but 2 winners, and well, now they're going at it. Lockie Hendricks quickly making his way to ringside right now. He's got something to say, but Zali, this is pandemonium.
Well, supposed to be a number 1 contender.
The champion is talking.
Don't we know it?
We've heard enough of that for the last 10 minutes.
Who am I going to wrestle on May 9th at the Kodiak RSL? Is it going to be you, Blake Malike, or you, Musketeer? You know what? As the greatest Mayhem Pro Internet champion of all time, I'm a little intrigued. May 9th, I'll fight you both.
Whoa! May 9th, Kodiak RSL. It's going to be a triple threat, but right now, Lockie Hendricks laying out the Musketeer, but a sling blade by Blake Malike. And look at that! Blake Malike holding the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship aloft. But look out! Here comes the discus lariat by the Musketeer. And now it's him standing tall. But look out! Look out, Musketeer! Oh! Laying out the champion with the belt, and yes, the Musketeer standing tall. All for one and one for all, Zali Gold.
Well, that will how it will be in obviously what is now going to be a triple threat match. May 9th at Kodiak. It's not going to be any favouritism. It's definitely each man for themselves, because there was no love between Blake Malike and the Musketeer for sure.
Look up Relentless and Mayhem Pro Wrestling on Google to get your tickets. May 9th at the Kodiak RSL. Right now, we've got ourselves a massive match coming up. It is Jake Navara taking on referee Pete. Unbelievable. But right now, let's have a word from our sponsors, the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling.
Do you want to be a pro wrestler?
I think this is our magic kill. He has her up again, once again.
Sign up now to the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling. All you have to do to start your journey is sign up now to be Relentless.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Welcome back, Mayhem Maniacs and Zali. I can't quite get my head around what we're about to see. It was last month at Full Send that referee Pete, well, he had enough. He gave it right back to Jake Navara, and we're about to see him compete in the ring.
Well, this is the thing. Relentless coach Jake Navara, I mean, yeah, the boss, but you don't put your hands on an official. And particularly after he did his job down the line. And as you say, he'd had enough. Well, he's going to get his chance for full-blown revenge tonight. And Mr. 24/7 is going to need to be relentless.
Let us not discount Jake Navara whatsoever. We cannot like his conduct. We can not like the way he goes about his business, but he is one of the most dangerous, accomplished, and technically sound competitors in all of Australian wrestling. I'm greatly concerned for our friend Pete Zali.
Well, that is the thing. This is his debut, and
we have no notes. We have nothing on Pete, but he's a referee.
Well,
to the opponent.
Well, we're about to get our first look at, well, we can't really call him referee Pete anymore, can we, Zali? It's Pete. Well, here he is. I'm still in shock, Zali Gold. I can't get my head around what we're about to witness here at the new Relentless gym. I tell you what, though, referee Pete looks in astonishing condition. I've only ever seen him in his stripes.
Well, he's obviously worked out hard. Look, I did have a chance to just have a quick message chat to Pete, and it's really important that he maintains an unbiased view, helps people who can't help themselves, and that's why Pete is at Mayhem. So that's just a little bit about him. I think we saw that with his refereeing. Let's see how he carries that into in-ring competition, Matty.
And you have some unique insight as well, Zali Gold. You have seen referee Pete around the Relentless gym working out. Oh my goodness! Jake Navara, not wasting any time. Headlock takeover, goes for a pin. No, pulls Pete back up. Jake Navara is not taking referee Pete lightly. He's being as relentless and vicious as ever here in the ring at Melton. But referee Pete sending Jake Navara to the ropes, and oh, massive shoulder block taking down Pete, and that's thrown to the outside like a rag doll.
Pete Carter, a huge chop from the vicious 24/7 Relentless Jake Navara. Now, I mean, I don't care how much you've trained, what sort of shape you're in, nothing can build you for that experience, but there's some agility from Pete and a big kick. And
Sally, tell us a bit about what you have observed of Pete as they've been training at the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling, in the gym, working out. Like, what have you observed from Pete?
Well, I think that that we saw that he has the physique, he has the skills, and yes, I think he's there. But it's the thing is, when you're up against someone as cagey,
flying cross body, referee only getting a 1 count out there. But he knows how to work the crowd, and I tell you what, Zali Gold, it sounds like we've got the whole Pete section every side of the ring. Listen to this crowd.
Listen to that. They're right behind Pete Carter, but a pull of the hair there by the cagey, as I say, veteran Jake Navara. And I think that's going to be Pete's challenge here. There's no doubt there's determination, there's fire, but he's going to have to overcome that, caginess of the veteran Jake.
Oh my goodness, a beautiful suplex, and look at that bridge as well. Jake Navara, one of the best competitors in all of Australian wrestling, and has been on an absolute tear here in Mayhem Pro as well. He had a very good 2025. He started off his 2026 not the way he wanted. The returning metal outlaw Kayno defeating Jake Navara at our last show, but Jake Navara looking to right that wrong here against Pete, and 2 count.
2 count from the referee. Their hand just going down for the 2. And Jake Navara unwinding that tape. Now, the referee buttons in their first match, but they're onto it. They're wise to Jake Navara's tricks. Well, obviously know their stuff. And Jake now having to get back to some wrestling, but now choking out again. That's that viciousness.
Goodness. Jake Navara knows every inch of the ring and how to use it, and that is a severe advantage that he has over Pete here, as a clubbing blow sends Pete down to the mat. I love Pete as much as everyone does here at Mayhem Pro, but it's hard to see a path to victory for him as he gets leveled with a clothesline when you're going up against someone with over a decade's worth of experience as Jake Navara does. And let's be honest, Zali Gold, I'm sure that Jake Navara has taught Pete everything Pete knows, but he sure as heck hasn't taught Pete everything Jake Navara knows.
Well, that's the thing, and he hasn't taught him dirty tricks like pulling him up by the hair, where he could have possibly had a 3 count. And Pete, I know his principles are great, his determination is great, but I just I just hope he knows what he's got himself into against someone with the veteran status of Jake Navara. But so maybe the only thing is maybe Pete is well travelled enough in his wisdom to find out something that Jake Navara doesn't know. You never know.
Well, what's Jake Navara got in mind here? Pete is absolutely strewn on the mat as Jake Navara talks smack to the crowd. He's heading up to the top rope. Are we going to see Mr. 24/7 hit the air? Goes for the senton and misses. Referee Pete manages to get out of the way. Flying kick.
Pete Carter got out of the way, got the kick, but he's had the starch taken out of him as well as Jake. But Pete, look, he's calling over for cover.
He's got his arm draped over. Referee, 1, 2. Oh! Jake Navara barely in time, managing to get his foot on the bottom rope. Again, we talk about that veteran savvy and that ring awareness that Jake Navara has, and that just saved him the match right there.
Well, that's the thing. He realised he was near the ropes. The referee saw it there and stopped it. They stopped their count just before it reached the 3.
Oh, but look at referee Pete, though. I've got to stop calling him referee Pete. He's just Pete now, but he can barely bring himself. Oh, my goodness, he's got the kendo stick, Zali. Look. Oh, and Pete gets his foot on it, stopping Jake Navara in his tracks.
Well, he can't use it here, but this is in match, not like after a match last time. Be careful, Pete. I know you've got hatred and frustration, but the referee takes it off him.
Oh, they've grabbed the kendo stick from Pete. Well, got to give them credit. Oh, but a low blow. Rolled up. Jake Navara. 1, 2, 3. Steals the victory from Pete. Oh, and aren't the crowd disappointed in that outcome? Jake Navara, the victory isn't enough. Continuing to lay into referee Pete. The referee, there's nothing they could do about this situation. How he meant to intervene. Jake Navara heading to the outside again. What wicked ideas does he have in mind? He's got that kendo stick. He's got the kendo stick.
Come on.
Someone do something. Pete has had enough. Jake Navara ordering the referee out of the ring. And oh, look! It's Jamie Targatasi! It's Jamie Targatasi! Oh, look at him!
Jamie Targatasi from across the ditch in Aotearoa, and he has
arrived! Kia ora, Jamie Targatasi! Jake Navara daring him to step into the ring. Look at the size of Targatasi. Ducks the kendo stick shot. Oh, goodness gracious! Jamie Targatasi laying out Jake Navara.
Wow, what a surprise. That came out of nowhere and giving Pete a hand up. And wow.
We talk about New Wave being the name of this show. Right now we are seeing the new wave of talent from the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling. Pete Carter, Jamie Targatasi. Goodness, what an incredible year we're in for here in Mayhem Pro.
We're barely a quarter of the way through it, or just over, and this is the new talent. Pete Carter, Jamie Targatasi. Wow, it just keeps exploding here at Mayhem Pro.
Jamie Targatasi making his presence known in Mayhem Pro, and what a valiant showing from Pete Carter. Not the last time we'll see either of these two competitors in the Mayhem Pro ring. Unbelievable scenes.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
one of the most undersung competitors in all of Mayhem Pro, the degenerate Roderick Matthews. Does the Alan Parsons project bursts through the speakers here at Mayhem Pro at the new Relentless gym.
Someone who doesn't undersing himself.
No, not whatsoever. There he is. There's the golden child, Nate Hunter. Not only is the golden child, he's the #1 contender to the King of Kodiak Championship on May 9th at the Kodiak RSL. Nate Hunter will be taking on Sketch for the King of Kodiak Championship. But tonight, he doesn't have to just worry about Sketch. He's got to worry about the Metal Outlaw. Tell you what, Zaligold, this is quite a formidable looking team. Two outstanding competitors in Mayhem Pro, but they have a mountain to climb. There he is, Zaligold, the man from Anangatang, the Metal Outlaw, fresh off his hot return to singles competition last month at Full Send, where he defeated Jake Navara. The crowd, they're singing along. Doesn't matter if you're in Kodiak, doesn't matter if you're in Bacchus Marsh, and it sure as hell doesn't matter if you're in Melbourne. Everyone loves high-flying Sketch.
Well, it's the country region uniting here.
Indeed. The Southwest meets the Far West. High-flying Sketch, the King of Kodiak champion. We were pointing out how good of a team Nate Hunter and Roderick Matthews look. I tell you what a great team this is. Wonderfully contrasting styles. The high-flying master of the moonsault Sketch and the high-intensity, high-powered offense of Kayno with his more chilly spear. Tell you what, I find it hard to imagine Nate Hunter and Roderick Matthews bursting their way through this dynamic duo.
Well, it will be difficult, but we know the range of tactics that Nate Hunter has and what he uses. So
I sure do. Oh, goodness. You're right, Zaligold. Throughout 2025, we have seen Nate Hunter on more than one occasion load the elbow pad, load the forearm with any number of international objects. Oh, listen to the crowd for the Metal Outlaw. And doesn't he look in great condition since returning from that devastating ankle injury? And we're underway. High-flying Sketch with the weight and height advantage over Nate Hunter, but you can never discount the Golden Child. He has numerous tricks up his sleeve.
Well, look, the thing is about Nate Hunter, you cannot deny his skill, even if there may be a debate about his attitude, as we're seeing right now. And this is going to be an interesting prelude to Kodiak on May the 9th, as Nate Hunter, as you like to say, takes a powder outside the ring rather than facing Sketch right now.
Well, now Roderick Matthews doesn't know what he's in for. High-flying Sketch right behind him and sends him over. High-flying Sketch, the King of Kodiak champion, is looking forward to returning to his hometown next month, May 9. Get online and get your tickets now for the big show at the Kodiak RSL as Sketch tags in the Metal Outlaw, Kayno, and isn't he in outstanding condition? You wouldn't think that he'd had a near 12-month layoff thanks to injury. Massive big boot taking down the degenerate dead center of the ring.
Well, the thing with Kayno is, is that determination that he has. He worked his way back from that injury, his grit to do so, and he's big. Well, he's better and sort of more in tune on the medal than ever. Just one count there from Roderick Matthews kicked out from Sketch's pinfall, and they're doing the right thing here. Kayno and Sketch, they're doing the quick tag thing, tag team wrestling 101. And I've never seen either of these teams before, so I'll be interested to see how they gel for the first time they're together. And right now, it looks like Sketch and Kayno are doing that.
He was going for the more chilly spear, but Roderick Matthews gets out of the way and wisely sends Sketch to ringside. Oh, and Nate Hunter pulling the legs out from under Kayno, and just like that, this match has turned, and you can't underestimate Roderick Matthews whatsoever as Nate Hunter tags his way in. And I don't like this guy all that much at all, Zali Gold, but he's the #1 contender for the King of Kodiak Championship for a reason. He uses some underhanded tactics, but he is an outstanding in-ring competitor. Oh, as he pie faces Sketch.
And there's the thing, he's pie-face Sketch, provoked Sketch reasonably enough, and in the meantime the double team going on in the far corner with Matthews and Hunter. Now they're beginning to show their chemistry as a team.
There's some very good chemistry there, Zali Gold.
It'll be very interesting to see what they've done, how they've come together, how they've planned this match out, each team, and what could be that factor X that decides it either way.
Writhing in pain is the middle outlaw, Kayno. He's on the complete wrong side of the ring. Further to your point, Zali Gold, good tag team action here from Nate Hunter and Roderick Matthews. They've cut the ring off, and they are using every trick in the book to keep our referee distracted. Country Chaos or Metal Outlaw Kayno in all sorts at the moment as Nate Hunter lateral press for the pin, kick out at 1.5.
Well, it doesn't matter what genre Kayno is, he's in trouble, and right on the far side of the ring from Sketch.
He desperately wants that tag.
Well, that is the thing. He's got to get out of there, get a breather, and get the fresh man in, but he's in the wrong part of town, and a big knee from Nate Hunter will keep him there.
Locking in the headlock once again. Nate Hunter is slowing this pace all the way down. He wants to eliminate any chance of that explosive power of Kayno coming into the mix. And the longer he wears down Kayno, the less likely it is that high-flying Sketch can get in and turn the match on its head.
And there's that sneakiness, that range of tactics of Nate Hunter.
Oh, no, you were right, Zali Cole. That was sneaky. Foot on the bottom rope for extra leverage.
Well, that was the thing. He had Kayno down. He was doing the right thing, but Kayno's worked his way back to his feet and now pounding away on Nate Hunter. But he's got to get to the corner. And I think he should have there.
Well, he has so much fight in him, he barely has his sense of where he's at in the ring. It has been a long time that Kayno has been absolutely railed in this match. He had no sense of where he was, and he's barely moving on the mat right now after that blow from Roderick Matthews. And he might be 100 kilos, he might be 6'2", but once you wear any competitor down with 2-on-1 activity, it's hard for anyone to stay standing. And now we're going to see potentially a double suplex here.
Well, they're going to need all their power, combined power, and they can't get the big man up tired. And
they can't get him at all.
He's done a flip.
Whoa! Double suplex by the Metal Outlaw, sending Matthews and Hunter flying. Is this the opportunity that Kayno has been waiting for? Can he figure out where he is and get to Sketch?
Well, that was some heavy metal. Hunter going for the big elbow, probably from his luck just as well it wasn't loaded. A big double kick out by Kayno, but he's still almost 2/3 of the way across the ring. He's got to get that tag and change the complexion of this match.
Oh, he can barely hang on to his feet, but look out! Worked in his favour! Crashing into each other were Matthews and Hunter, and now is this the opportunity? Are we going to see Sketch make his way into this match? Here he comes! Here comes high-flying Sketch! Look out, Roderick Matthews! Hurricane Rana taking down the Degenerate. Massive drop kick. Beautiful vintage drop kick. Modified sling bladed Sketch has turned this match on its head.
Just the count of 2, but as you say, turn it on its head. Nate Hunter out of commission for the moment, but hang on, he's got something in mind.
Locking him up. Trying to quickly get Roderick Matthews to his feet for another double team maneuver, lining up the kick, and oh! Sketch gets out
of the way, and Matthew's taking out Nate Hunter. The number one contender for the King of Colic Championship is in all sorts on the outside. More chili! The more chili spear by Kayno. And are we going to see the top rope moonsault? Picture perfect from High Flying Sketch. Goes for the pin. It's elementary. Nate Hunter looking with absolute disdain at the man he will be facing in a matter of weeks. Zali Gold, May 9 at the Kodiak RSL. It's going to be Nate Hunter challenging High Flying Sketch. Who knows what will happen in Kodiak, but we know what's happened here in Melbourne. Sketch and Kayno with their hands raised in the air.
Well, the country coming together, uniting, and well, that'll be a big psychological boost for Sketch to get a win. And in a match against Nate Hunter now, he's just got to pin him. But as I say, the tricks that Nate Hunter has up his elbow pad, so to speak, will be something that Sketch is going to have to prepare for in a very, very big way.
We have a massive main event coming up. Johari taking on Barrnett in a casino brawl, and Zali Gold making her way backstage right now. Yes, she's already made it back there. Over to you, Zali. You're with the gambler, Barrnett.
Zali Gold here again for Mayhem Pro. I'm here with the gambler, Barrnett, and there's a situation that has been building and building to boiling point for months between Ben and Johari. Ben, we heard from a very intense Johari earlier. What can you bring to the table that can match that intensity?
You want to make this about Johari? For me, this has never been about Johari. This has always been about justice for Ben. And Johari, you just brought yourself into the middle of it. Challenging me to a casino brawl? You're stepping up to my table and the sharks are out, Johari. So bring all you want. The gambler, I'm going all in because the sweetest prize of all is on the line. Justice for Ben.
Wow, odds on this is going to be intense.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Thank you, Zali. We await your return to ringside. But before we get to that massive casino brawl, well, we hear once again the music of the cycle. We've seen Edward Dusk and Ezekiel, and now following on from Full Send, the big tag match, one-on-one. It is this man, Isaiah, taking on the franchise.
Well, Isaiah, of course, winner of the Relentless Rumble, and went such a long time. What was it, 49 minutes, 50? I can't quite remember. But
49 minutes from position number 3 in the Rumble. As he takes off the robe, it is fair to say, Zali Gold, that we've seen some different sides of Isaiah of late. For months, Jab has been talking about 2026 being the third coming of the cycle, but we saw in November, well, those plans go slightly awry because I think we're in the first coming of Isaiah. But listen to the music. This crowd here in Melbourne are about to erupt. You can win the Rumble all you want, but you are up against the franchise JXT.
He's got those, some of those social media followers are here live tonight.
How many is it now, do you think, Zali?
It's could be at least 50,000. It grows, dare I say, faster than a Goldberg winning streak. But
it's a fair few more than what I've got, I will admit, Zali Gold. Not a prolific social media am I, but JXT, the franchise of Mayhem Pro. big showing last month at 4 Ascended Bacchus March, where Edward Dusk and this man JXT defeated the Cycle in an epic tag match. Tonight we've already seen half of that match go one-on-one. Now we're about to see the other half, and what a match this will be. Our Relentless Rumble winner, Isaiah, the franchise JXT. The crowd firmly behind the J-stick. Listen to the chanting.
Here at his home base in Melbourne, they love him here.
JXT taking in the adulation, but has not barely taken his eyes off Isaiah. He knows just what a formidable opponent Isaiah is, but Isaiah knows he's got a challenge ahead of him. JXT, an incredible veteran, dare I say an icon of the Australian wrestling scene, but Isaiah, well, arguably the future of Australian wrestling.
Well, that is the thing. He's a talent from the day one, and hang on a second.
Oh, roll through there by JXT, only good for a 2. Isaiah managing to get out. JXT back in, going for a suplex, but Isaiah, what agility! Avoids the suplex, avoids the Harlem sidekick, and we find ourselves at a standoff.
Well, I think that's a sensible tactic in a way from JXT. Try to get a quick win and catch Isaiah off guard, but it didn't quite work, so now he's had to go to plan B, of course. With that experience, he has plenty of plans to pull out of the proverbial filing cabinet or whichever hard drive it is, and now he's up against Isaiah. But here's an interesting question for you, Matty. Let's just say, hypothetically, JXT wins this match. What does that mean for Isaiah as the winner of the Rumble and with a number one title shot guaranteed?
It has to put a dent in the confidence of this young man. If he were to lose such a high-profile match to someone the stature of JXT, I don't care if you are the number one contender by virtue of the Relentless Rumble, that's going to hurt your confidence. And when you're someone like Isaiah, where, look, honestly, we all see Isaiah's potential, but we've always felt he's been held back by jab. And as we saw with jab earlier, as we saw with Ezekiel, he's out here by himself. This is an opportunity in his mind with a massive tope through the middle rope. He clearly sees this as an opportunity to make his own individual mark. You ask the question, Sally, I think if he loses to JXT tonight, that is going to completely rattle his confidence and probably lend him more back into the flock of jab.
Well, that could be the thing. It certainly could add to confusion within him, which, as you said, we've seen these multiple sides. But the thing with Isaiah, he does have an enormous amount of skill.
Flying splash from JXT, laying out Isaiah. JXT large and in charge. Is he going to go for that Harlem side kick once more? He does, but Isaiah once again manages to duck it. And look at the agility. My goodness, the athleticism of Isaiah. Not only is he strong, but he is an astonishing high flyer.
Well, that's the thing. He has that all-round skill, and the thing is, he's been in the business for 3 years. He knows his way around the ring, but is there just something holding him back? I do have to give that thought. And is there something that he needs to do to just sort of break through the next level, take the proverbial lift up to the next floor? Well, a win over JXT would be just that.
Let's not forget that Isaiah was the very first disciple of jab. I feel like 2026 could be his own coming out year, but he needs to allow it to happen for himself. And right now, the only thing he's allowing to happen is JXT to run roughshed over him. A beautiful deep arm drag. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as JXT now slowing the pace right down, wrenching the arm, keeping Isaiah very well within his control.
Well, that's the thing. Don't let him out of your grasp. Grind him down. Make it easier to put those moves on. The range of moves that JXT, the veteran, has. That would be the tactic to take now. He's sort of gone into that plan B after perhaps going reasonably enough for the quick victory. But now it's Isaiah fighting back with strength and big blows. Ducks in the clothesline.
A big high knee taking Isaiah to ground. Goes for a clothesline and JXT, quick reversal into a crossface.
Right in the center of the ring. Now, Isaiah's got to find a way out of this, and quick smart, and he's not really near the ropes either with hands or feet, but there's one way
What
out.
a roll through into a pin attempt, and JXT rolling straight back into the crossface. A new move. We don't see too many submission moves from JXT, but you just never know what the J-Stick has got up his sleeve. The crowd willing JXT on, encouraging Isaiah to tap. I think it's going to take a bit more for Isaiah to tap as he reaches the bottom rope.
Well, that's the thing, but I love that counter from Isaiah. Nearly pulling the surprise pin on JXT. But again, this is the thing with JXT. Yeah, he's a veteran, and that is the craft that he brings. That there's a move that you don't often see from him. He adds it in.
JXT trying to talk some sense into Isaiah. I'm not sure if our cameras are able to pick that up, but JXT asking Isaiah where Mitch is. I mean, let's not forget, Isaiah is the betrothing name that Jab put upon Mitch Connors, and JXT seemingly trying to drag the original Mitch out of the shell that is Isaiah, and look how fired up Isaiah is. I think JXT has lit a fire right under his belly.
Well, he has, but I just wonder, could it backfire on JXT? Because he's lit that fire, and now he's the one burning. Beautiful cutter.
The cutter. He calls that one the ripcord cutter. Only good for a 2 count. We haven't seen him pull out the ripcord cutter in the longest time, Zali Gold. I feel like we might be seeing I don't want to say a different Isaiah. We might be seeing a more original, authentic person right now.
Well, that could be the thing. Maybe he is trying to sort of, as I say, well, I don't want to call it a glass ceiling, but maybe whatever, take the handbrake off and just accelerate. Maybe this is what he needed. Maybe JXT has some subtle motive there. But whatever it is, the manoeuvring was beautiful. Now he's got JXT up high and no counter.
JXT reverses it, hooks the arms, attempted at a pedigree, and now a big spine buster. Spine on the pine, laying out Isaiah, and JXT, he's got him up in the fireman's carry position. There's the driver.
That could be it. Isaiah looks almost down and out.
Oh, the Death Valley driver only good for a 2 count. JXT can't believe that. He thought he had it matched.
Well, I'd have to say I'd agree with him. That's no matter how much of a veteran you are, you pull a huge manoeuvre like that and you only get a 2, and you've got to find something else.
Look at this, Sally Go. JXT sealing to the crowd. He's going to go to the top rope. We've seen new submissions, and we're going to see a high-flying move now from the J-Stick as he wills the crowd into it.
Wow, this is JXT pulling out all the stops which he knows that he has to do with that veteran experience, but perhaps not quite familiar territory for J-Stick. And now Isaiah is climbing up there like he knows it like the back of his hand.
Oh my God, Zali Gold, we're going to see a superplex right here. Isaiah has got JXT cinched in and sends him down. Massive superplex from the top rope by Isaiah. But both men are down, neither are moving. Isaiah took as much out of himself as he did the J-Stick.
Well, it just shows the desperation of both men that they're pulling everything out of their respective bags. I just do not know what will break this open. You've got the experience of JXT, but there's something about Isaiah. He just seems to be tapping into some new creativity or intuition that could really, regardless of the difference of years of experience, pull him back in there.
If referee Tom Collis gets to the 10 count, this match is over, but at the last moment, JXT and Isaiah pull themselves back to their feet, and a big right hand, JXT digging into instinct, Isaiah doing the same, and we are now just in an old-fashioned slugging contest right here. Both men working off pure instinct here as they desperately try to get this match over.
Well, absolutely. They both look like they're out on their feet. Isaiah catching the attempted kick and gives one of his own. Yeah. Wow, what a contest.
Oh, did you see? I think was there a tooth fly out? There's that standing moonsault from Isaiah.
That is a thing of beauty. That is the skill that he has. He's now got J-Stick up high. What's he got in mind? It looks a bit devastating.
Oh, the divine fate. He calls that the divine fate. A modified white noise, and that's it. Isaiah has defeated the J-Stick.
I might have to put that down as the biggest singles victory
of Isaiah's career.
In November, we saw Isaiah win the Relentless. Oh, wait a minute. We spoke before about the cycle being out here by themselves, but Jab is never far away. Isaiah with the victory, and here comes the leader of the cycle. Very quick to make sure he's alongside his disciple, raising the arm. I feel like Zali Gold that this might be Jab ensuring that he reiterates. Oh, JXT is the mic.
Is that how you want to celebrate your big win? This man right here is a hell of a talent. He walked in the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling's doors on day one of his admission, and he's put in effort, desire, determination, and passion from the start. This man doesn't quit. You do everything right. You work hard. You train. You help out. You do everything that's meant to be of a professional wrestler. You have everything it takes to make it in this business. Except you side with him. Wake up, bitch! I mean what I said in there. Be yourself! I could feel it. You beat me. You beat me clean. You were one step ahead of me. And I tried everything. I didn't want Isaiah, some bullshit name given to you by Jab. I want the person that walked into the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling and trained his ass off. I want the real man behind them. I want Mitch damn Connors. So you can continue on your way and do everything Jab tells you to do. Or like Edward Dusk said, you can think for yourself, but no, I'm going one step further than Edward Dusk. I'm telling you, think for yourself and stop being Jab's little bitch.
Unbelievable words here from JXT.
The choice is yours, Mitch.
Whoa, he did make it even plainer.
The Mayhem Maniacs here at the Relentless Gym, chanting Mitch for Mitch Connors, not Isaiah.
He is torn down the middle, 50-50 to the dot.
Actions speak louder than words. Isaiah, Mitch Connors, whatever you want to call him, not giving any answers. And now we're left with JXT and Jab.
And then there was one.
I haven't seen Jab that frazzled in the longest time. And JXT with a little bit of his own flair. But now it is time for our main event, up to Tommy A.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event! The following is a casino brawl match where there are no countouts, no disqualifications, and most importantly, no table limits. Introducing first,
it was fascinating to see the insight you gained from the gambler Ben Barrnett, Zali Gold. We haven't seen him as intense or locked in months, since before he started his Justice for Ben campaign. I know I saw it and I heard it, you must have felt it. This is a different gambler we're dealing with tonight.
Well, that's the thing. There was no thinking about placing the footy bets or the first goal. He is in the match of his life.
going to need every bit of focus and intent that he can get tonight, because this is no ordinary match, Zali Gold. This is a casino brawl. Anything goes, no DQs, no time limits, and he is up against an exceptional competitor, someone who we've seen time and time again go to the depths of the earth to get his way in the ring. Here's Johari, steel chair in hand.
Is the word. I spoke to both of these competitors, as you saw, and wow, I just had to shake off that intensity to come down again. But I think the intensity is going to come back very, very quickly. I just can't imagine what we're going to have as our main event. What will happen in this first main event here at the new Relentless gym?
This rivalry has been brewing for months between Johari and the gambler Barrnett. We saw it completely hit a flashpoint at the Relentless Rumble. Johari, as he made his entrance into the match, was, oh goodness, throwing the steel chair at Barrnett. It was at the Relentless Rumble that Barrnett first used that mace to eliminate Johari before he even got in the match. It actually was Johari's spot that Barrnett took in the match. And right now, we are seeing all that frustration come to a head as Johari sending Barrnett flying to the outside. Oh, and look at Johari go.
Months of tension, months of frustration have boiled up to this moment. I don't know, I mean, a casino brawl.
Oh, a steel chair to the midsection by Barrnett. Where did he get that from? It must have been under the ring.
Well, that's the thing. We saw Johari bringing in a chair of his own, but there was another one there. The thing is, I mean, you and I are veterans of the business, but how do you predict what's going to happen in a first-time match like this? I can't even begin to try. I just think could be one sort of lucky break, perhaps, is all I can think of. But when you've got chairs like that, that's the only thing that's going to be broken at people's backs, or the chairs.
I think the one thing we can expect from this match is the unexpected and pure, unadulterated violence as Johari with the chain that he's pulled out from under the ring, and he is about to level Barrnett. He just gets out of the way just in time. That could have been a match ender right there. Goes for it again and hits the metal steel post. Did you hear that, Zali Gold?
I did indeed hear that, and Barrnett, well, just fortunate to get out of the way of it. The odds came in his favour, but he's not going to get away from it now.
Oh, and choking out the gambler with the chain. This is the sadistic side of Johari that we know all too well, and I honestly don't think the gambler Barrnett knew quite what he was in for. He is freaking out and panicking right now.
Johari has already, well, dare I say, dealt Ben a joker, but he manages to gambler manages to disconnect. What's he got in mind here?
Oh, takes down the gambler. Are we going to see our first pin attempt? We are. Goes for it. The gambler kicking out at 2. Johari eyeing off that chain once more. No, sends it to the wayside. Is he going to line up Barrnett for a big spear? I think so.
He's looking to sharpen the arrowhead on that spear. That could really cut Barrnett in half, but Barrnett out of the way.
Oh, and sending Johari head first down into the mat.
After Johari cracked into the buckles, both sides of him now racked with pain, front and back, so to speak. And now it's Barrnett with the chain. Oh my goodness. Wrapping it around his fist, no less.
Lining up Johari like a lion with a piece of meat. Steel chain wrapped fist levels Johari. May well have knocked him out. Johari is completely laid out, dead center of the ring.
He's barely moving. No wonder when you get hit with a chain like that. Now he's got the chair as well. Weapon after weapon.
This is what Barrnett was foreshadowing in that interview you did with him just before, Zali Gold. This is a different gambler, Barrnett. This is a vicious, deliberately paced side of Barrnett. He is making sure to inflict as much punishment on Johari as he can. Oh, and going for the kick, but taking the steel chair right to the knee. Johari, great ring awareness, playing a little bit of possum there, and now he has the chair in hand.
Well, the tide has turned. If it's good, hang on, he's
Whoa, hold
put
on,
both of them up. I don't want to think what he's got in mind here, but I mean, we knew this was going to be off the charts, and it's already exceeding, well, as you say, all expectations.
Whoa! Going for a big
on.
crossbody, but the strong giant that is Ben Barrnett catches him. Body slam through the chairs. Johari writhing in pain. Ben Barrnett finding some respite that he desperately needs.
Well, absolutely. Johari in all sorts after being smashed into both chairs. Not just one, but two. No part of the back escaping the pain, and the pin is on. How did Johari kick out of that?
I have no idea. Johari has had a run of injuries of late over the last 18 months, and Ben Barrnett being sure to exploit every possible weakness that he can. Oh, now he's going for that chain once more, wrapping it around the wrist. Johari barely moving on the mat. And just driving it into the head of Johari.
Unbelievable. The back racked with pain, the chain in the forehead. How Johari is even moving, utterly beyond me. And what's Barrnett doing now? Looking in the jacket for something.
What's he going for in his jacket?
I don't think it's
as if there aren't enough weapons around already.
Don't think it's his TAB account. He's got something evil in mind. As you said, and I saw that
what on earth has he got?
He's got a pack of cards.
He's got a deck of cards. What on earth does Ben Barrnett have in mind here with a deck of cards?
I don't think it's a sudden game of poker.
Stalking Johari, playing card in hand. He clearly thinks he's got a good hand to play here. But this isn't poker, this is professional wrestling. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, don't do it, Ben! This is obscene! Oh, Jesus! In the webbing of the fingers! I'm flinching as I watch that!
I'm doing more than flinch to one of the most delicate parts of the body with that sharp new pack of cards. Oh, goodness.
Oh, I am writhing. That is obscene. And he's going to go for it again now. Card in hand. Hand of Johari trapped. And once again into the webbing.
And Johari is, if I've got it right there, I think he's been cut open with the chain. And now, surely that's got to have him cut open with the webbing of the hand. He's just, his ability to fight back is, I'm almost in shock. This is just beyond comprehension.
And now Barrnett throwing the chairs out the way. What else could he possibly have in mind for Johari here right now? Is Johari running on instinct and fumes alone, getting some kicks in and now laying wicked punches into Barrnett, who drives him into the corner. He's 6'6" and gives away a lot of weight compared to Johari, and he's using that to his best advantage. Oh, this is the Fremont Street Slam that he's going for. Is he going to drop him? He does! Fremont Street Slam, hooks the leg. Is it in? No. Johari kicking out at two. And you were right, Charlie Gold. Johari is busted open. That chain busting open the head of Johari.
Well, of course, that blood loss makes it harder to keep functioning. Your body slows down, doesn't function as it needs to. His back's racked with pain. He's got an injured hand from the horrific use of the playing card.
Wait a minute, Charlie. What on earth has Ben Barrnett got? He's got a table.
He's got a table, and
well, if my eyes don't deceive me, I think we might actually see that that's a poker table.
It's either a poker table or yes, it is a poker table indeed. Not sure how he perhaps. I hope he didn't smuggle it out of Crown Casino, but
I didn't see him smuggling into the building tonight. I don't know where he's had that hiding, but the poker table laid up in position in the corner.
Whatever.
Barrnett.
Not a good deal for Johari here.
Oh, Johari manages to avoid impact with the table and levels Ben Barrnett with a huge clothesline. And now going to work on the knee. We saw Barrnett favouring that knee earlier in the match. Johari making sure the target. Exceptional savvy by Johari as he hooks the leg and kick out at two.
Well, there's the versatility of Johari. He maybe his hand was cut by the cards. Honestly, no pun intended. And his head is cut open. but he used his feet. He used his, he kicked at the leg. He chop blocked him down. And this is, the versatility of Johari, who's been in the ring for 3 years, coming through there. What has he got in mind?
He's gone under the ring and he's got some plunder of his own. He's got a bag of some sort. What could be in it?
I don't want to think.
Oh my God, this couldn't be thumbtacks or something, surely. Hold on, Johari seems a bit surprised.
They're dice!
Dice? A bag of dice under the ring. Well, this is a casino brawl after all. We've had the poker table and now we've got the dice laid across the ring and Johari loading up Barrnett.
Looking for some sort of power bomb onto those dice. It won't be too a lucky roll, but no reverse.
Back body drop onto the dice.
Good, you goddess almighty!
You might be chuckling at home, but dozens and dozens of dice right into the back. That is going to hurt. You cannot deny that one iota. Barrnett rolls him over for the pin. Johari barely kicking out there. He's got hardly any energy left and he is bleeding profusely.
Well, his back was already racked and now it's going to be racked with pain after landing on those dice. I knew this was going to be wild, but I'm almost beyond words and beyond shock here.
Johari now laying into the gambler. Barrnett going for a kick. Oh, and a back elbow there after the reversal. The block attempt by Barrnett. And just driven back down into the mat once again onto those dice. Barrnett, you have to give him his dues, Zali Gold. He's maintained the momentum, the domination of this match for the most part. And what's he doing now lining up Johari? He's rolling the dice.
He's rolling the dice for something, but I'm not sure what move he's rolling in for.
Oh, I think he might be less about the move and more about how many times he hits a move.
Well, that's the thing. He is trying to open up that wound more, perhaps. The more blood that flows, the weaker it makes Johari. Easier to finish him off with something else. But hang on, he's got something else in mind. He's headed outside of the ropes. He's going under the ring while Johari is a very, very dazed and weakened state. And I don't like the looks of this and the huge sense of foreboding coming in here. I just don't know what Johari could do to turn this around.
He's got a kendo stick. He's got a kendo stick that he's pulled from under the ring. Johari, no idea what's about to hit him. Johari, turn around!
Call this one this time. It's a one. One, knock! It's a three now.
Barrnett not happy with the roll of the dice, now just going rogue and kendo stick straight to the spine of Johari. A single devastating blow.
It was a huge blow. How that kendo stick is intact, utterly beyond me. And unfortunately, there's more.
And straight across the back once again. Johari writhing in pain. He's fallen on the dice. Now he's getting a kendo stick to the back, and Barrnett taking in the blood of Johari on his white singlet. This is a completely different side of the gambler. He was not joking when he was in that interview with you earlier this evening, Zali.
He certainly was not. And
well, hold on, he's laying down the kendo stick now. What else could he possibly have in mind?
Gathering up some dice. I don't want to think what he's going to do with them now. Oh no. Johari can barely stand.
Shoving it in the mouth, choking out Johari with a mouthful of dice.
I do not believe what we're seeing here.
I know it's no holds barred, but surely there's a limit. And the big boot now just taking down Johari. I feel like it is inevitable now.
Surely referee Sam Addison's got to step in.
And Johari kicks out! How the hell did he do that?
I don't know, he must have the tiniest speck of strength and a lot of will left to do that, because I don't know how he did. Barrnett can't believe it. I almost think it might have been better had he stayed down, but Johari just cannot do that. That is not in his nature, dare I say, in his spirit. And the Mayhem Maniacs now trying to get behind Johari, pump up the energy. but no, a huge clothesline by Barrnett. And Johari just seems to be fading away.
Running in once more and a huge clothesline on Johari in the corner. The 6'6" behemoth. That is Ben Barrnett well and truly in control of this match. And Johari manages to get out of the way and a spine buster onto the dice. Ben Barrnett getting a taste of his own medicine. And look at Johari go, Zali Gold. He's feeling it. He's digging deep into his soul, and this might be the turning point he is so long needed.
And now it's Johari. Well, as you say, digging into the soul, the spirit with the kendo stick and Right.
Oh, and those single shots by Johari just laying in to Ben Barrnett, breaking the kendo stick to a degree as well. Johari has got him cinched up, drops him onto the dice, dead center of the ring. He doesn't want to go for the cover though. He has not done exacting his revenge on the gambler.
He's got plenty of pent-up frustration and dislike, to put it mildly. No, let's call it what it is, hatred of the gambler. And he wants to take it out before this match finishes, Matty. And I just don't think we've seen the end of this yet, as much as we might want to say otherwise.
Johari can barely pull himself to his feet. In fact, it's Barrnett who gets up further first, but Johari has got him lined up. We're going to see the spin. No! Double clothesline. Both men down, dead center in the ring. And now referee Sam Addison starts the count.
Well, can both men be counted out? It was, no count, no disqualifications, no count outside of the ring.
Disqualification, no holds barred, but referee calls still count, pinfall, submissions, and in this instant, a count out. We're at 5. Neither men barely making any moves just yet. Johari willing himself. Look at the crowd here, willing on Johari, but Barrnett right on his tail.
They just barely can even get up to their side. Johari can't get up to his feet, neither can Barrnett. Both, just trying to move themselves. I've just never seen anything like this in all my years of
Barrnett has reached into his jacket once again. What has he got this time? It's the mace. He's got that mace, but Johari stopping him. Big headbutt, but Barrnett, there it is, he's let go. Johari, the tables have turned now, mace in hand. Is Barrnett going to get a taste of his own medicine from Johari? Barrnett begging and pleading. Oh, low blow by Ben Barrnett. It's no holds barred, that's allowed.
Nothing the referee Sam Addison can do but watch.
Oh, he's got the mace again.
He's got the mace back.
Don't do it, Ben. You don't do that.
No.
I have a massive problem.
Oh, man! You're the problem!
You're the problem, Barrnett. You're the problem. Drop that mace and get on that hand.
You're on it, boy! Have it your way! You suck, man! I'm gonna make him quit!
Good luck with that.
Make him quit!
Good luck doing that. Oh, sorry there, Mayhem Maniacs. I just couldn't take it any longer. Appalling scenes from the gambler. Ben Barrnett, as he's got the clover leaf locked in. He calls this the Texas Fold'em, and he's got it locked in.
Dead center of the ring too.
He wants to make Johari quit.
But Johari not. How is he getting the leverage to get at least up onto his hands? But the thing is, a rope break won't do anything, Matty.
Oh, that sadistic spirit will do something though, willing himself back up. And now Ben Barrnett turning the cloverleaf around, dragging him into the center of the ring. Is he going to hook it in once again? Yes, the Texas Fold'em once again locked in on Johari.
Johari, hang on, he's crawling to the ropes, but he's also crawling in the direction of the mace, I think.
He's got it in hand, and he gets him with it. He gets Ben Barrnett with a taste of his own medicine. Lining him up. Is he going to go for that big spear? Barrnett back to his feet. Spear through the poker table.
table. Johari with a big spear through the poker table, and both men are down.
That's what you call a full house spear, in my opinion, as that poker table snapped. Both men absolutely out of it.
A deserved chant there by the Mayhem Maniacs here at the new Relentless gym as Johari makes his way back to his feet, dragging the slain Ben Barrnett to the middle of the ring, goes to the cover. Is this it? That is it! Johari's done it! It took one of the most outrageously violent matches we've seen in Mayhem Pro in months, but finally Johari has put this saga to bed. A spear through the poker table, and Johari has come out on top against the gambler Ben Barrnett.
Unbelievable. I'm just having to bring the heart rate down after that. I'm a bit in disbelief at some of the things we saw. The dice, the poker table, the chairs, the kendo sticks, but Johari's spirit has triumphed in the end, and he has beaten the odds.
The gambler Ben Barrnett not moving in the ring at all. Johari, he doesn't want referee Sam Addison's help. He wants to exit on his own 2 feet. And aren't the Mayhem Maniacs happy with this outcome? Johari standing tall. Victory against the gambler Ben Barrnett. Jump online now, Mayhem Maniacs. We'll see you in Kodiak on May the 9th at the Kodiak RSL. On behalf of Zali Gold, on behalf of Tommy A, I'm Matty Huss. We'll see you next time, Mayhem Maniacs.